All right, man, thank you. A controversial doctor from Nashville operating a diet clinic here in Knoxville. He claims others hate him because his program is so successful. But a young woman who recently visited his clinic says she felt uncomfortable around the doctor. 6 News investigator Don Dare looks into the man's background and finds some startling discoveries.
Richard W. Feldman, a medical doctor, owns a series of diet clinics in several states and across Tennessee. One of them is at Turkey Creek, called Doctor's Diet Program. His mobile billboard touts rapid weight loss.
I felt very uncomfortable.
25-year-old Candace visited Feldman 2 weeks ago. She asked that we not use her last name. She had a baby 6 months ago and wanted to regain her shape. Candace had never been to the office and knew nothing about the doctor's background prior to her appointment.
The way he talked and his jokes were very weird, like talking about how me and her wanted to lose weight because we wanted to be in Daisy Dukes and a tank top. And I'm grabbing my coat, grabbing my purse, and he yells back, "What are you all doing, getting naked?"
Once Candace left his office, she told her mother about the encounter. She searched the doctor's name on Google.
I had my eyes wide open at that point of hearing about everything that he's done, license that he's had revoked.
These Department of Health records before the Board of Medical Examiners show that in 1997, when Richard W. Feldman was in private practice, he was placed on probation for 1 year and was ordered to undergo therapy for impulse control problems, sex addiction. We'll explain that in a moment. 1 year later, his probation was extended to 5 years after he failed to attend the required number of therapy sessions. In the state documents, patients A and B testified they interpreted his examination of them to be sexually explicit and inappropriate. The record shows that patient E said when she was 17, Feldman had invited her to his house where, according to her testimony, they had sexual intercourse. Last week, we talked to Feldman on the phone, and when I asked him about that teenager, he claimed she was 18. He did not rape her, he said. No one charged him with rape. They had consensual sex. Well, in 1997 and 98, the state fined Dr. Feldman $4,500, but allowed him to continue practicing as long as he submitted to treatment. A few years after that, he opened his diet centers.
The door to Feldman's West Knoxville clinic is open only twice a week. We visited last Wednesday.
He prescribes Feldman. It's an appetite suppressant.
The office manager said his boss sees patients on Saturdays only. The clinic sells a variety of vitamins, but for $59 a month, Feldman is the guarantee to weight loss.
It's diet pills that's supposed to make you lose, he said, anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds a month.
Candace rejected the plan, worried that losing so much weight so quickly could be harmful. Feldman is the latest weight control program used by Dr. Feldman. With another diet plan, he got into trouble with the state in 2008. In this report, the Board of Medical Examiners said he was guilty of fraud. The board revoked his license for falsely advertising that lipodissolve or mesotherapy could dissolve fat away and permanently eliminate dimpling. In April 2010, Feldman appealed his revocation, and while it's still under review, he is free to practice medicine. On the phone last week, Feldman said he's a target, that hospitals hate him since he makes a lot of money. The doctor invited us to speak to him on camera at his office Saturday, March 5th. The manager, however, apologized, saying Dr. Feldman had to cancel after running into bad weather and was stuck in New York. We wanted to ask more about his new diet program and whether women like Candace can feel safe around him today considering his past record. Just as we were about to leave, Dr. Feldman appeared. Then, with no explanation, rushed Channel 6 cameraman Dave Wignall.
Step outside, buddy. We don't want to have a confrontation here. Yeah. Put that camera down.
You can't assault me like that.
You get out of my office.
You told us to come.
In a way, we were lucky. This is a mugshot of Richard Feldman last June after being arrested for road rage. Franklin, Tennessee police said he flashed a gun at another motorist. After his confrontation last Saturday, Feldman, still angry, summoned me to the back of his office and claimed he runs an above-board clean clinic.
If you're ever uncomfortable about being around people like that, then walk out.
I'll never go back there, ever. and I don't suggest anybody go back there.
We don't want to have a confrontation here.
You can't assault me like that.
At Turkey Creek, Don Dare, 6 News.
Now, Richard Feldman's Knoxville Diet Clinic is not registered with the State Department of Health because it does not have to be, but complaints can be registered with the department, and we have that website linked on our website, WATE.com.